Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to some more Palworld. So I'm going to do something different. I don't normally do these, but things I wish I knew on Palworld when I started. So first thing I wish I known is the pals are stupid. They are so dumb. Um, they do not like being like if you don't give them enough room to path, they get really lost and confused. They get really bad running around your base, and they'll end up, as you tell, all of my guys are depressed and weakened and fractured, and they're all injured. They're all being slow right now because they get stuck on the roof. Like they go in and they glitch up to the roof and they get lost, and it's bad. So make sure you have room for the path and stuff like that. I'm going to go in here. It's going to be rapid fire here real quick. First thing I wish I would have known, this character is level 24. I didn't realize until I was about level 12 or 15 that on your main character screen here, you see my backpack, you see all my gear and everything. Over here, you see this little thing here. It says use points to increase stats, right? It's kind of, it may have told me, I ignored it. But you get stats every time you level. You get a stat point, and you can kind of pump those into things and level them up. It's very helpful to be able to do things. As you can tell, I'm putting a lot of stuff into weight because I like being a hoarder and carrying things. So that's the first thing I wish I'd have known, is that screen exists. The next thing, this statue, it has you open your technology tree. You open it very early. Where is the statue? There it is right here. At level 6, you get the Statue of Power. If you don't have a Statue of Power in your base, you can also go to, not that guy. There's one right here. Any of the desolate churches. There's desolate churches throughout the map. Church ruins. They also have them. But if you run up to this guy and you hit Enhance Player, all the little green statues that you find around, like when you first start, if we go over here, there's actually some over here. There, you'll see them once we get over here. And with my settings on my screen, I can see them very far. So in the distance, they're right down there. There's a little thing, and there's a green statue right in the middle of that. There's another one right there you can see. Oh, good. My guy's slacking off. There's another one right there. So those green statues basically use in there, and it increases your ability to capture pets easier. So that statue is very helpful. Now, also, if you go to the statue and you hit V, you can take all of your souls that you find, and you basically can pump those into your pets and make them stronger and make them attack more and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So that is very helpful. Let's see, what else do we have? The controls, like, probably rebinds right now the ball or the sphere throw is assigned to Q, and I hit it all the time, and I waste so many of my balls. It's horrible. Let's see. If you go in here and you hit the PAL box management, so the PAL box management shows you everybody that you have, shows all your creatures. If you have this, there's a sort by level element alpha PAL, right? So we can go alpha PAL like this, which is just alphabetic. It's not alpha, like the alphas are not alphas. I actually have bosses and stuff. You can tame bosses. So if you hit this guy and you hit F, it'll bring up this screen so that you can see what's going on. You can read all these things, right? So there is a lot of information about your pals on this screen that are very important. Hydromaniac, right? Increases water attack damage. That's great if you had a water attack. He doesn't have one. Not helpful, right? We'll cross that bridge in a second. Work suitability. It's not really work suitability. These are the only jobs they can perform. The only thing he can do is gather. That's it. So hit escape. We can go back. We hit the next guy. We'll hit F on him. He can do lumbering, and he's level 2 lumbering, which is very important. Let's see. This one. They level 1 planting, level 1 handiwork, level 2 medicine production. Oop, you're going to go into work. Congratulations, you just got yourself a job. Level 1 transporting, level 1 gathering, right? So now if I go down here and I'm like, okay, this is my medicine producer. I'm going to look here. That one's serious. What's serious do for me? Work speed plus 20%. Guess what? You just got drafted. The little devil horn icon there means that it was a boss. This was a world boss that I captured. So you can capture world bosses. Just throwing that out there. Let's see. But yeah, you can go through, gathering 2, right? So obviously the higher the skill is, the better it does things. Mine Foreman is a good one. So it says increases player mining efficiency. So if this thing was in my group and I was out mining, it increases my efficiency. And it's gathering 2 again. So that's lumbering. That's handiwork. That's handiwork 2, right? And handiwork 2, the higher that level is, the better they are at doing those things. So that may be actually worth trading somebody else out. The problem is they only do handiwork, which is not optimal. That's watering. That one does freezing. You know what? I'm going to trade you guys out. Actually, no, I don't want to trade you out. I lied. We'll trade you guys out. Nope. And then do I have... You're watering 2. You do a lot of stuff, though. So the trick here is to get your base balanced and make sure, because like watering and planting and stuff like that. So now as you walk around your base and look, like this thing tells me, whenever you look at a machine or something to work on, you'll see that little thing up in the corner or in the center there says required lumbering, right? This one, these won't say here. This one required watering, right? Required watering, right? Sometimes they'll say required planting, required watering. So right now, all those need to be watered. So I'm missing, I don't have enough watering. Probably, we'll do that. We'll send out a thwack. So we'll have that here, required handiwork, required medicine production, right? This one's required kindling, handiwork. This guy here is required watering. So as you go around the base, you'll see different things. So anything that says, and that one requires mining, right? So as you go into your party here, and we hit stuff, we can look at it, farming, and this is farming. If you basically go into farming, what will happen is party. Let's go back to my alpaca here, farming. And let me go. I lied. Let me go in here to my pal deck. So this guy, right? Egg and poultry, right? So this possible drops. If you stick this guy in the ranch, he'll start dropping eggs. If you put like the sheep in, oh, he's on the very beginning. What am I doing? If you put in a lamb ball, they'll start dropping wool. If you drop this one in, they start dropping, I think it's the high quality pal oil. If you drop, as you drop guys in here, there's a flame, this guy right here, the flame bell, they drop flame organs. It's great. So you'll come in and this whole thing will just be filled with flame organs. So depending on what you're doing, there's a lot of stuff you can do to basically produce things, so you don't have to go out and do it. You can actually have your farm build it. It's awesome. Let's see, other things I wish I'd have known. Your weapons when you first start. I start out with a club, and I go whack things, and I stay with a club until like level 11, and I upgrade it to a crossbow. Upgrade your weapons faster. Actually, I had a spear for a very long time, and it wasn't causing very much damage. I was trying to fight level 11s. It wasn't going wrong. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I should be able to survive this game. Upgrade your armor, upgrade your weapons. They're very helpful. And depending on as you go through, you'll eventually have, in the beginning, you'll have the crappy workbench. And let's do that. You can do that. So this, you build some items here. And I would recommend, especially stuff like nails, stuff like that. It's probably a good thing to have. If you want to have that, you just basically do that, and then he's going to come over at some point, and he'll start building nails for me. And then I can just come back and grab them later. This is your PAL equipment station. This is very, very helpful. So once you start building those things, I have not the artisan one, destructive. There you are, 22. You get swapped out there. And then Dazzy. So I have a Dazzy and those guys. Now you notice I now have 3 pets out. So if you go in here to this guy, if you're trying to figure out how to do that, you need to have the Daydream necklace and the Dazzy necklace. Now you go into your technology and you'll see here Daydream's necklace is at 8 and Dazzy's is at 22. Right? So you basically, like, this is grenade, like I can get a grenade launcher for this dude. Like you can get gloves so that you can use the pets as a glider. Let's see, antique basset, gunpowder. There's traps. There's flame cauldrons. There's weapon. There's the spheres, a saddle so that you can ride that guy. All these that are hidden, I haven't found those creatures yet. So once I find them, they'll allow me to have it. And gather nearby items. Now I got to build a floppy necklace. Okay, so we'll do this, and then I go in here, I look at Floppy's necklace, right? So I need palladium fragments, which I should have over here. Pick that guy up, get out of my way. Oh, my water guy hasn't got over here yet. I've got too much water stuff that's going on. So if I need palladium fragments, I can go out and get those. Palladium is, you need so much of it in this game. It's like ridiculous amounts of palladium. So it's a lot of little things. So the game, it just slowly builds on itself. It slowly builds on itself. So the other thing, while I'm doing that, let me go here. It's so easy to get distracted in this game. This game, once you get to a certain level, you open fast travel. So you may not have that yet. The base upgrades, make sure you're doing your base upgrades. Open this, build a fluffy pal bed, right? Build whatever it wants you to build those, and then upgrade your base. Build those, upgrade your base. Every time you upgrade your base, you can add another pal to it, and when you get to a certain thresholds, you get more bases. Make sure you're upgrading your base. That is, I can't tell you how important that is. Being able to get extra stuff and being able to add more pals and be able to get stuff working and things like that. So technology, like I need the comfy pal bed, or fluffy pal bed. So we're going to do that. So we'll hit B, infrastructure, fluffy pal bed. We can do it. All right, so we can build 2 fluffy pal beds. Get out of the way, jerk face. Fluffy pal bed. Fluffy pal bed. All right, so and then if you have enough handiwork guys, they're going to come build stuff for you. You want to have enough pals in your base so that you don't have to do this stuff, because it takes flipping forever. And if you don't want to sit here and just hold F forever, it is better to have your pals do it, because you're not. So very important. Make sure you're having that stuff going. And make sure you have enough beds. Eventually, I need to go through here, rip all these beds up, and replace them with all the comfy pal beds. Because I'm pretty sure that they're going to make my life a whole lot easier. Comfy pal bed, or fluffy pal bed. Pal sleep more soundly, improving the amount of HP and sanity recovered while sleeping. Right? So that's actually good. So it heals them better because it's a more comfy bed. Who doesn't want to sleep on a better bed? Right? So hit V. Now that those are selected, I hit base upgrade. So now I'm going to go from 12 to 13. Now I need to build a sphere assembly line and build a power generator, right? So sphere assembly line, technology. If I go down here, so makeshift handgun, heat resistant silo, panel furniture, mounted crossbow, lamp, power. There's a power generator. So I need to get to level 26 to get the power generator. And then the sphere assembly line is faster pace required pallet of work, handiwork suitable, right? So once I get this assembly line, so I need to get to level 27 before I can do this stuff. So hopefully I'll eventually get there, but I'm kind of stuck. I need to go level, so I need to go capture things and do stuff. All right, so now I'm going to go in here. Let me go and see if I can build this other necklace. Oh, I need more palladium. All right. So unfortunately, there's a lot of gathering in the game. Or fortunately, I enjoy gathering. I get frustrated sometimes because it takes I think it takes too much stuff sometimes. But the game, and I have a thoughts video on it. The game is amazing. The game is awesome. I am throughoutly impressed with it. I am more than happy with my purchase. Now, you only really need one of these necklaces. So if you go into here, I go into my key items. Notice I have basically one of each of these items. I have 4 small feed bags. If you build multiple of these, it doesn't help. And if I go out here to this guy and I grab another... as soon as there's one. There's another Dazzy, right? So if I grab another Dazzy, I put her on. Now I'll both of them out. Now I only have one color, and I don't know if this is meant to be that way or not. But I only have one color, but both of the Dazzies are out. So if I really wanted to, I could go grab another Daydream. I could have 2 Daydreams and two Dazzies out. Or I could have 4 Dazzies, or I could have 4 Daydreams, or whatever you want to do. It's at that point, it's kind of up to you of how you want to do it. Yeah, so that's another boss too. And then I need a Flopsy. That's what I want. Nope, not a Pal deck number. By Alpha Pal. Flopsy. It's a Rib Bunny. Nightwing. Alpaca. Ooh, a Floppy right there. So I'm going to grab the Floppy out. So we'll grab the Floppy out like that. So now if you're in if you're on a multiplayer server and you have multiple people, like I can make that. And so if say I'm level 20 something and my buddy's level 2 and I gave them a Floppy, they can just come up here. I can have this made. I can request it and then they can come pick it up. So basically I grab that. Now I have a Floppy out. And she's going to go and start grabbing things for me. If you have a buddy and your friend is up and you're playing on a multiplayer server and they're up here and they're, I really want, I really want a, that sparkling alpaca. It's great. It's the best thing I've ever seen. You don't have trading, but what you can do is, you see this little thing right here. It says drop PAL. So if I do this, I hit R, right? It's going to say, no, players from other guilds will be able to pick up drop PALs. Are you sure? And if you say yes, it will drop it on the ground and it will look like a little sphere. And whoever walks by it can pick it up. So if you want to have that, you basically anybody that walks by can pick it up. So that's nice tearing going on there. That's great. Um, but if you're on a server and like you're like, oh, I have this, the RSOX here, and like he's not very good, but my friend really wants it because that's his favorite pet, and he can't find one. I can just drop it and then be like, oh, there you go. Now you have one. So that's something to have out and about and to think about. Now I want to see what the floppy does. Where'd she go? She's off doing something. She's probably going to completely fill my inventory with useless garbage is what's going to happen. I don't know where she went. So that one's new. So the items there, and the same thing with that's how you make the saddles. That's how you make the flamethrower Firefox. It's like all that. Those items are so overpowering. Um, uh, do, 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 do. Um, oh, and then yeah, let me go up here. Do, 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 do. Trying to think of all the other stuff. Unfortunately, I don't script a lot of this stuff. It's just kind of what comes to my brain. So I have a bunch of these guys here. So if you're trying to figure out how to get to these, so technology, you see over here in the purple, the ancient technology, the structures, the small feedback, the grappling item, the all these PAL condensers, all this stuff. If you're trying to figure out how to open this stuff up, ooh, I can get a new feedback and I can get a hip lantern. I'm going to do that very soon. So basically what you need to do is go onto your map, and these bosses, every time you defeat basically a world boss, it gives you one ancient point. And if you go into like the towers and do the tower bosses, those I think give you 5. So that's how you get those points. So if we go in here, we go to technology, I go down. I haven't even made a grappling gun. I don't know how that works yet. I need to do that at some point. I want to do a hip lantern because I want a hip lantern. Because that sounds like lots of fun. And then we're going to do another feed bag. Because, yeah. The feed bags are great once you get them. If I put this down here. So basically what happens is you go to key items. The feedback goes into here. It opens this slot, and then I put food here. And if I have food here, the pets and me, as soon as I get hungry, it just auto eats. So basically, when you get to hungry, and you'll see, oh, I'm being attacked. So and the attacks only seem to happen when I'm inside of my base. But these guys do not know what they're fixing to run into. Because they have made mistakes. So basically, once you'll see it here in a minute, you'll see a little orange bar. Once it gets to right when I get hungry, it eats something. Once so it doesn't eat continuously. And then as these guys are coming into your base, and when you're being attacked, you can capture them. If you can get a sphere on them fast enough. Oh, missed him. So you can capture them. I'm just wasting balls at this point. So once you do get somebody coming into your base, it's going to basically just all your creatures will start attacking. It just turns into a free fall. It's a mess. It's great. Now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, so the feedback and making the food is great. It reduces like a horrible problem in this game. And then let's see. Let me get that guy started. And then having multiple workbenches is also very helpful because that way I can go, oh, okay, here, make this, and then I can go over here and go. I need 10 ancient civilization parts. So ancient civilization parts, I think you get those by fighting the world bosses and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't ever really pay attention to where I get them from. I just know when I go out, I just stuff just seems to pop into my inventory. It's great. Like this guy. This is a bad plan. This is a horrible bad plan. Now these guys here that I have out, if I summon them, it basically summons them. But now, since I attacked this guy close to my base, my entire base is going to attack him. So, and you can kind of use that to your advantage, especially if that tearing is horrible. Oh, I think I got dead. No, I got dead. I wasn't paying attention. I got overconfident. So right now I have the server turned on so that we don't lose our stuff when we die. Just because it makes it a little bit less frustrating. I think. Yep, I've lost a bunch of people. Don't worry about losing your pets so much. It's not that big of a deal. I was trying to capture him. Like ridiculously stupid low chance. So all the guys that are knocked out, not a big deal. So if like all the ones that are incapacitated, all you're going to do is you're going to run over here to your little window here. Everybody that's incapacitated, I just go to a screen here. I'll just drag them up here like this. Basically 10 minutes after you put them in the box, they will figure out their life and start feeling better. So you can just kind of do this. And the same thing with like my alpaca here. So basically, and then this is a sparkly. So if you're running around the map and you see a creature that has like sparkles coming off of it, do your very best you can to capture it. They're very strong. They get lucky. They usually have lucky as a thing. Let me go in here. Yeah, so he's lucky and a muscle head. So this guy is insanely strong. So lucky, work speed and attack speed both 15% increased, right? And then muscle head is his work speed's down 50%, but his attack's up 30. This guy is a menace. Like if you're fortunate enough to see a sparkly, and I've seen 4 of them. This was the only one I've captured. The other one I had. The problem is with the Dazzy and the Daydream out, they have a tendency to murder everything before I can capture it. So if you're trying to capture things, probably don't have these out. It's kind of just. You got to be careful, right? You want to be able to capture things. You don't want to murder them, and you can't control them when they're out like that. They just murder everything that's there. And if I throw him out, that one will disappear. He pops up, and then as soon as I summon him back, he just zips back into that position. So you can't really control them. You can't turn that off. They're there, and they're murder machines. But yeah, so if you get to a part where you're trying to do that, just throw them in there for a little while. They'll eventually figure out their life. It'll be great. The milkshake machine over here is what we're affectionately calling this. This is a PAL condensation. So the way this works is I go down here, and I've already did this once. Let me see if I can find him. There he is, right here. So a motivational leader. So I select this guy, and then I go, okay, you're useless. You're useless. Okay. And I basically select 4 other ones. Right? And then, actually, I may need to do more than that. How many do I need to select this time? Oh, yeah, so Pal Extract. So I need to do 16. So the first one's 4, the second one's 16. I don't know how. So every time you need more and more and more to get these things to condense. And then it basically, you're going to see it's going to max hit points from 617 to 676. The attack power is going to go from 117 to 123. Defense, right, it's going to go up. So, like if I had my Llama Pal, so let me undo these. I don't think I have enough alpacas. I do have enough alpacas. So let me see. So if I take this guy here, right? So I take him. So his max hit points are going to go up by 100. His attack power is going to go from that. Now these are his base stats. That doesn't include what I've buffed him with. And then if I go over here and I found these other alpacas, right? That one's good. That one's good. There. And there, right? So then I can do that. So I compress them. Yep, do that. So now I can clear out those out. And then I can go and look, and now he should be even buffer. Now it said like 397 or something. I can't remember what it was. But he should be a lot stronger than that now. Yeah, so his attack power is a 513. The guy's a beast. He's amazing. So those numbers don't reflect exactly what's going on. And then, he's got 2,300 hit points. This is definitely the one I usually throw out. And as you see, I threw out against that 30, 34, 35, whatever the hell it was. And it did work. It did well. If you have this guy, like my Flopsy here is broken. If I do this, I just basically throw her out and pick her back up. And then she'll basically resume what she's supposed to be doing. If you're in town and you're trying to figure out some other stuff, so say like this guy, this thing, say this I needed somebody to work on this right now. If I get one of my pals here in my party, and they have handiwork, right? I can switch to this and throw them at it, and they'll start doing the work on it. So they're going to crafting. So if you have a pal in your party, you can actually throw them at, as long as they have like harvesting or whatever they need for it, you can just throw them at it and they'll do it. The same thing if they have handiwork, they can help you build things. All right. So, and then all you do is pull them back and they go back to your inventory. Now you notice as soon as I put that in my key item right here, their food slot opens up. Right? Place food here, both you and your active pals will automatically eat. So if I go in my inventory now and then I have more food, I can just drop more food in there. So you know what? We are going to put jam-filled buns there. There you go. Now I don't think... When consumed, it temporarily provides 10. Oh, okay. So yeah, so the better food does give you a better skill points and stuff like that. So, yeah. So there's the game is incredibly deep. It's taken a lot of different games and put them all together, and so much good stuff. The game is awesome. It's on Steam. There'll be a link down in the description. I have a playthrough going. I have my thoughts videos going on this game. This game is amazing. It's sold, I want to say, last time I checked, like 5 million copies in like the first 3 days. It's insane how much this game is selling. They have a concurrent player count of 1.5 million right now, or not right now, but have had that many people playing it. Like, everybody's playing this game. It is insane. So with that being said, as always, if y'all like the videos, please consider throwing a like on it. If you want to see more of this content or any of the other stuff, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to be. And if you have a question, a comment, or concern, leave those down below. If you have other tips and tricks that I didn't cover here, please leave those down in the comments. I will put more videos out. We'll put some stuff together. I'm sure there's stuff I don't know. I'm learning every time I load this game. I'm learning more and more stuff. It's amazing. But with that, you guys be safe, and we'll talk to y'all soon.